Hi all. Uh, my name is Sanil, and why I am putting this video is the LinkedIn post which I posted about depression while doing PhD. I see that it has almost crossed 1.5 lakh views. So it actually I was not expecting it. Like I saw a news about someone doing suicide in IIC due to maybe personal problems or something, and maybe academic pressure. We don't know, but by seeing that, I felt I could relate to it, and that's why I put up a LinkedIn post. I could see that there are many eminent persons commented on that. Many people message me personally, asking whether I am doing well now or not, and all these things. So I really appreciate the care and concern those people have for the fellow human beings. If I say, my experience, I thought, it was kind of a unique experience, and I was hiding it, kind of, I was not actually able to speak about it to many people other than my close circles. But by seeing the responses, I could understand that there are many people who are in the academic domain who are feeling loneliness, or kind of a social isolation. So this video why I am putting is that just to let you all know that I am doing fine, and how I have came out of the struggles which I had a little bit. That also I would like to tell. So after leaving the PhD, I obviously I had a career break and I was jobless for quite some time. But I belong to financially, yeah, like after this incident, I had a career break, and I was jobless for quite some time. And but slowly, what I tried to do is that to explore. One thing I understood is that I have a lot of friends, and I understand that they still care for me and my family, and that actually instilled confidence in me. Then elders, seniors, different people actually try to help me in finding a job. There are some people, older people also, they try to refer me as a faculty in some engineering colleges, and there are friends, who told their friends to refer me to the open positions. So I could actually, I could not be more thankful to them for helping me out in that situation. And but though I tried, my industry experience means I was disconnected from industry quite some time, and I was actually feeling lost after all these incidents. But slowly what I tried to do is that I tried to explore nature. Like one of my I can say a mentor. He's a scientist in DRDO, and he actually advised me to go for morning walks, and that actually really helped me to increase my happiness level. And so morning walks helped. Then guidance from experienced relatives, like on job search, that helped. So they told to practice coding and all these things to get back to normal industry levels. So I tried that, and I felt happiness when I was able to solve some problems at that time. Then what I did is that I tried to reconnect with my friends. Even I traveled to Bombay. One of my friends was studying in IIT Bombay. I went there, stayed with him, and we went to Ajanta, Ellora, and all these good places. That also helped me in increasing my mood. And so slowly, and then I got back into industry. I got a job offer. I attended the interview, cleared it, and I was very open with them for telling my experiences so far. Because whenever someone takes a career break, and that too dropping out of PhD, that raises a lot of eyebrows. So we should have a we can be open to them, and anyone that this is the case. I told them that this is the case. I could not actually fit in well, and I had my own issues, and this helped me. And there are company was very they were open. They were looking at the technical preparedness which I had, and I started my career again. Then at that time when I was doing PhD, I was a bachelor. Now I have family. I'm a married man with a kid. And so life has moved on. So what I have to tell is that whatever option I have taken, like dropping out of PhD, that is like kind of an extreme step, I should say. Um, uh, but my guide actually offered me chances. Like he told that if you want next year you can actually work with a new guide and move forward. In fact, I had a when I was planning to I was in doubt. I had a detailed discussion with my guide for around 2 hours. Imagine me and my guide was talking for around 2 hours, and I was explaining him my feelings, my what I feel, and how I see all these things happening around me. And he was very considerate, and he also told his experiences and advices. So one line, okay, which he told me, that was the thing which I still carries with me. That there will be always people smarter than you. There will be always people smarter, not that smarter than you. Okay, that means maybe they may be less smarter than you, but it does not matter that what the other person is doing, because as many of you are aware, when we are stuck in some situation, like we don't have PhD and progress in PhD, or we are not able to crack some tough subjects, we actually try to look at others, like oh, this guy is very smart, and he is doing very well, he is getting a scholarship, he is publishing a paper. All these things does not matter actually. Uh, it's actually within yourself to find the happiness, and that is the one advice which my guide gave me. And so he gave me freedom, so I could actually make a decision. But I had as I told, I had I was in a job before going to PhD, and after that I was jobless, and I also didn't take stipend in my last few months from the PhD, because I didn't feel it right to do, because I thought that I'm not doing any research work, I'm actually stuck, and I'm not feeling well to continue. So I didn't take my stipends, and so it was a little bit struggle. But still, I should say that the advices which I got from my guide and my friends who tried to help me, and the organizations which gave me a chance for interview, all of them helped me in getting back to what to say, the traditional corporate life. So I understand that from the responses and messages which I received, that many of the PhD students and research students, they are actually feeling the loneliness, or feeling struggle, struggle. I understand that there are most of the people are very bright, like they are very capable, they have been very good with their academics, but still they feel that they are not successful. Actually, this could not be understood by others who looks from outside. But what I would suggest is that what my friend Murthy Dinavahi, he suggested me that he was actually an MBBS doctor, and he was doing his PhD in neuroscience. So I was his classmate in PhD, and he actually took me. Okay, we both went together to a psychiatrist in the IISc campus, and I had discussion with her, and I remember what she told me in 2013. Back in 2013, what she was telling me is that there are two people who came to her with the same kind of stuck feelings, and they were actually I think they couldn't continue. I think they couldn't continue with their PhDs, and maybe with the life itself, which was very sad. But so when I listened to this, and I was obviously I was nervous, and so she told me to call one of my family member, and I called my brother, and my brother was in Bangalore only. He came, and so I explained the situation to him, and I had a wonderful family, and they told they were 100% okay that I take a break. After taking the break, I went to my native. In my native, my grandmother was there, and I was in a village. I come from a village. Ultimately, my roots are in a village, though we now live in a small town. So I went to my village, and my grandmother was there. Imagine, she was around 90 years old at that time. Not 90, I think 85 years old, and she was not actually. I think she had a little bit of amnesia, or she was not remembering things well. So always, but the thing is that her care. She always cared, like So we are living with her, and she always asked whether I had tea and all these things. It was very emotional. She always ask whether I am doing fine. She might not be understanding anything. She was not much educated, and she might not be understanding what I was going through. But her love, and care and affection, that actually helped me, in understand that life is much more than what we achieve in terms of academically or financially. It is more towards more towards enjoying, like enjoying whatever we have, sorry, okay, enjoying whatever we have, and most things, what will bootstrap us, okay, what will get us out of feelings of discomfort is our relations, whether it be our relations with friends, family, or guide, or co students. These relations can help us in getting out of these issues. But the first and foremost thing is that if you are feeling depressed, you should, okay, I would advise that you should, okay, you should not consider that it as a weakness, that you go to a doctor, psychologist or psychiatrist, okay, ask them that tell them that what you are feeling, and they will suggest you, okay, whether what you are feeling is normal, or whether you are actually maybe, okay, in my case there was another thing, that I had a thyroid from my childhood. I had got a thyroidectomy surgery, okay, from my childhood. So I had other issues, health issues also in my childhood, okay. So such things, your physical wellness is also connected to your how you feel, that like most of us know. But so you should actually think, like whether whatever you are feeling, okay, whether whatever you are feeling, sorry, whatever you are feeling is like is directly related to the experiences which you are receiving, or it is due to some physical issues which you already have, okay. I know some people have some irritable bowel syndromes and all, so they try to they have some because they have this condition, they might get upset maybe a little bit faster than others. So I would say that I would like our whole society in India, I don't know about other countries, at least in India, the whole society should actually be more careful about mental health, and they should actually, if they are feeling down, and if that feeling is lasting for quite some time, they should actually consult a doctor, okay, or psychologist or psychiatrist, okay, and they should actually seek their help, and they should move on with the life, okay. And so there will be people who are interested, in my experiences. I received someone asking me for a video, or YouTube video, or come to their channel for YouTube videos, okay. So I thought I will put it myself, because I could not be more open when I am doing video with someone else. So I am in my room, and I can be more open, and I can tell things more clearly. So the thing is that one thing we all should understand is that once you have reached a level, okay, you are actually capable, okay. Only thing is that what is the option which you have, you might not be able to realize it at first shot, okay. Because I know students who left PhD after 5 years, I know students who left PhD after 2 years, okay. I know students who initially felt bad, and then they continued, and they struggled, and they achieved good results, okay. So, but even in any case, if you are feeling down for quite some time, you should actually talk to your friends, talk to your family, make them understand all these things, and consult a doctor, and move ahead. So okay, so this since it's a kind of a personal talk also, I will tell one more thing, okay. So people, there are, I think the present company which I am working for might be adding some value to whatever I am doing, but I should say that I had attended more than 50 interviews. So after this incident, like after my PhD, after I dropped out of PhD, I attended around 50 interviews, and so I was not successful in most of them. Only in few of them I was successful. But I try to learn from my interview experiences, and make a note of it, and try to do it next time. So maybe your success might not be immediate, and and I cannot say that this success is permanent or all these things, but still I just want to know that number 50. Many people, there are people who who landed a good job after 2 interviews, 3 interviews, okay, maybe 5, maybe 10, but I should say that I was able to crack companies, maybe whatever companies I have worked, but overall, I have attended more than 50 interviews, okay. So all these are learning experiences. Attending interviews is another area, getting references is another area, preparing for interviews is another area. So there are different areas. So since you are intelligent, since all of us are intelligent, once you get out of the down, mood ups and mood downs, okay, you should actually think that what I can do differently, so that I can get a better results out of what I am currently doing, okay. But to get out of your bad moods, morning works, and talking to friends works, but if it persists, something, I understand that there will be something which you cannot talk to any people, you are feeling that maybe you are a failure and all these things, such things you should actually open up at least to a psychologist or psychiatrist, so they will actually help you out of this situation. And thanks, why I put this video is, I told you, the post views crossed 1,50,000, and then I understand that this is something which needs to be addressed, and this will actually affect the quality of our research output also, because if people are down, they will not give 100%, they cannot give their 100%, so ultimately it's a loss to our country. As a nation, we fail if our research students are not in a good, healthy physical and mental state. Thank you. Hope hope you will understand this, and make the right connections, so that you can get out of your feelings of discomforts. Thank you.